Keep it simple, Stu. Well, you probably know the rest. But did you know that Jesus said we should keep our answers simple too? Jesus said, yes or no is enough. Good morning and welcome to 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear all about easy to remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. And the point is to help you experience life to the fullest the Jesus way. Today's Jesus Said comes from Matthew 5, and we'll be reading from verse 33 through 37. Verse 33, and this is the NLT version. You have also heard that our ancestors were told, you must not break your vows. You must carry out your vows you make to the Lord. But I say, do not make any vows. Do not say by heaven, because heaven is God's throne. And do not say by the earth, because the earth is his footstool. And do not say by Jerusalem, for Jerusalem is the city of the great king. Do not even say by my head, for you can't turn one hair white or black. Just say a simple yes, I will, or no, I won't. Anything beyond this is from the evil one. So that's where the soundbite today comes from. Yes or no is enough. Jesus is talking here about taking the higher road. He was mentioning some things that were very, very common in the culture of the day, the way that they made vows and promised to do things. But Jesus said in Matthew 5:17 that he had not come to abolish the law or the prophets. He didn't come to wipe those things away, but to fulfill them, to fill them up. He was giving a higher meaning to the basic rules, taking the higher road. For instance, the rule, you shall not murder, Jesus filled up and took to a higher meaning and said, don't even hate. The same with adultery. He said, don't lust. Everything is a heart issue, not just about keeping the rules. And we're told to take the higher road, even with our words. Now, the phrase, the devil is in the details, is used a lot, but it actually has a lot of meaning. In Genesis 3, the enemy asked, did God say? And then Eve added to the command, and it was that multiplication of words, I think, that partially got them in trouble. We're told in Proverbs 17:27 through 28, a truly wise person uses few words. A person with understanding is even-tempered. Even fools are thought wise when they keep silent. With their mouth shut, they seem intelligent. Now that is not typical for our world today. In fact, this kind of wisdom is actually out of this world. In today's world, especially on social media, it seems that everyone is so eager to share everything that we think and make sure that everyone knows our opinion about everything. But what is the heart issue? Jesus said that if we go beyond yes or no, then that is from the evil one. You know, in our society today, and it's gotten even worse in the last few years, we have a real problem with commitment. But not making commitments to others so you don't break them is still a commitment. It's just a commitment to selfishness. And you can't follow Jesus and selfishness at the same time. We are all committed to something. And sometimes because we don't want to commit, we don't want to just say yes or no, and so we kind of tell a different story or make excuses. Paul, in 1 Corinthians 10:33 through the first verse of chapter 11, he talks about saying, he says, I too try to please everyone in everything I do. I don't just do what is best for me. I do what is best for others so that many may be saved. And you should imitate me just as I imitate Christ. So how do we imitate Christ? And how do we set that example for others to imitate? Well, Jesus said our words are important, and yes or no is enough. James talks about this in James 1:19. He said, "Understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. Let everyone be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger." So our words and commitments should be simple. And a quick side note here before we wrap up. Talking too much is also gossip's root. My dad said, sometimes we run out of truth and just keep going. And it becomes more than a yes or no. The question is, are you talking about people or talking to them? Are you saying a simple yes or no, or are you amplifying to kind of hide something else? Jesus said, yes or no is enough. How can you put that into action today? Whoops. Thank you so much for listening. If this is meaningful to you, it really means a lot to me. If you like it, if you share it, if you comment, I really appreciate you. I hope that you have an amazing day, and I hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest, the Jesus way. And remember, follow Jesus today. Love first.